I swear to God, men, reach down into your pants, find your fucking balls and your cock, and be okay with it. We can take a woman directing a film in Star Wars and live. We're all gonna fucking survive. I swear to God, you guys want to come off like you're tough motherfuckers, and you're a bunch of wusses. Finally, a woman gets to direct a theatrical feature in Star Wars with Rey, with other women leading the way. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that.
Welcome to Broken World Entertainment, and you just witnessed Disney super shill John Rocha, the outlaw, having an absolute meltdown over the brand new Star Wars movie's director being called out for all of her weirdness. But everything he said, he got it completely wrong. Because no one's having a meltdown because a woman is directing a Star Wars movie, nor are they really having the meltdown over a few of the things she said. Everyone is calling this out because the woman is not qualified to direct a Star Wars movie, or any movie, because she doesn't direct movies, she directs documentaries. And the funny thing about Rocha's little meltdown that you've just witnessed is this meltdown came from 2 questions. That's right, 2 questions were sent into him by his own chat. Super chats. Money was spent from 2 people asking 2 questions and making 2 points, which were that the movie is probably destined to fail because the woman isn't qualified. That's where then Rocha went off, and he continued after this part. This is just a small part of his whole rant, because he went on and on and on and on. Believe it or not, he tried to compare what Charmaine Obaid-Chanoid said about she enjoys making men uncomfortable. He tried to compare that statement to her making uncomfortable things in Star Wars to the civil rights movement in the South. I kid you not, that's what he's trying to compare to. Between him and Jeff Snyder in this whole clip, the 2 of them are either so out of touch, or so hard for shilling they want that access, or they are just in a particular Olympics and not the normal standard one, if you catch my drift. But it didn't stop there with Rocha, because Rocha then went on Twitter and had his little meltdown as well, and just showed his pure ignorance, as well as calling people out, which proved he didn't even watch the videos. He just saw thumbnails and went, gotcha. So the Grizzy put the video out of his meltdown, and again, you hear his meltdown where he's like, man, reach into your pants and grab your balls, and blah blah blah. Ironically, one of the 2 questions that were sent in, and the one that set him off on this, was actually from a woman. It's strange that, isn't it? So Grizzy put up that clip and wrote this on Twitter over it. By the way, check out Grizzy's channel. He has tons of these type of videos. Good channel. He wrote, Disney Wars shill / male feminist has a meltdown over new Star Wars fans criticizing Charmaine Obaid-Chanoid's comments about men. #go woke go broke. #triggered. Rocha responded. He wrote, a meltdown? This is just a regular Thursday on the hot mic. Where have y'all been? These sensitive snowflakes are the ones who actually melt down on their YouTube videos if a female-led or POC-led movie gets announced in a franchise they supposedly love. Children, please. Ironic that he's calling everyone else a snowflake when he just went and had an unmitigated meltdown over the fact that people said this movie is probably destined to fail. But he continued. Oh yes, he continued. He then responded, ha ha ha, thanks for posting it, bitch. At least tag me and tag the show, you nutless cuck. Grizzy responded to that by simply saying, welcome, smiley face. And then Rocha responded to that by saying, "Ha, she's coming for you next." Ooh. And has a thumbnail. No idea what Rocha is meant to mean by that part, but whatever. Someone called Rocha out by putting up, "Who's the bitch exactly? Fucking coward," because Rocha blocked them on Twitter. It gets funnier though, because then Bleeding Fool responded to him by saying, "No one melted down when Patty Jenkins was announced. Do your homework." Bleeding Fool is completely right. When Patty Jenkins was announced to direct Rogue Squadron, no one batted an eyelid and went, "This is going to be a disaster." To start with, Wonder Woman 84 wasn't out yet, so we didn't see that disaster. And keep in mind, she would have been great directing it, which she did direct it, but she wrote it. Don't let her write things, and you're pretty sure you're going to get a good product. However, Rocha responded to that and said this: "That's dumb as fuck. Quite a few YouTube videos were made at Patty Jenkins' expense. Here, let me help you. It's you who needs to do the homework, ya dope." And he listed 3 videos, 3 specific videos, which clearly show how he never watched the videos. The first video he tagged was Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, whose video he chose thinking, "Oh, I got him, gotcha," was the video where Ryan made about Patty Jenkins saying maybe she's the problem. The problem with the video that Rocha picked is Ryan's video was made after Patty Jenkins had left Rogue Squadron and the film was cancelled. So he wasn't calling Patty Jenkins out for being terrible and the movie was destined to fail. He made a video about why did she leave. Ryan made a video yesterday responding to this because he got tagged in it. So you can go and check his video out to what he shows and says. The next video he made, or tagged, was Mr. H Reviews. Mr. H Reviews did a video on this, but not about him being tagged in this. I don't think he knows that he was tagged in this. But the third person he tagged was Anna, that Star Wars girl, and her video on Patty Jenkins being with Star Wars. And Anna responds directly to Rocha and calls him out and just shows how much of a fool he is. Here's Anna's tweet. "Hun, it's you that's as dumb as fuck. If you actually watched my video, you'd know I did the exact opposite. I defended Patty. So to quote your dumbass, it's you who needs to do the homework, ya dope. You're nothing but a failed actor that screams buzzwords for Hollywood's attention. I just destroyed you with your own argument. You're an absolute embarrassment. Pathetic." Anna, completely right there. He's calling these people out and saying, "Oh, I got you. How dare you attack Patty Jenkins," when no one attacked Patty Jenkins. Listening to his entire clip, if you want to see the entire clip and you don't want to watch his show, watch Mr. H's video. He shows almost the full clip of his meltdown and what exactly he says. And he's basically calling the 2 people who sent in the 2 super chats, pointing this out about Charmine. He's basically calling them idiots and dopes and pathetic and everything else. And at the end of it, he tells the audience and the potential customers for Disney to nut up and shut up, that we're all gonna survive. If the movie sucks, it sucks. If it's great, it's great. But she deserves the chance to make it. John, you're talking about a studio should be allowed to waste hundreds of millions of dollars on garbage. And then you try and compare her saying she enjoys making men uncomfortable to the civil rights movement. Are you that retarded? You are a special kind of stupid, desperate absolutely desperate for Disney's attention. Don't forget, John Rocha is the same guy who sat on a panel on Collider talking Star Wars with the same person who had a meltdown live on air to say, I've busted my ass for 4 years to be a Star Wars fan. What a bizarre statement. These are all the same morons, all sitting here now, circle jerking each other, saying, hey, we're gonna stick up for Disney and they're gonna give us access. And of course, when they don't get the access, they melt down. Bust my ass for 4 years. Jesus Christ. These shills, proper, full-on shills, are a brand new kind of stupid. And you're seeing their ignorance being exposed when you're putting out, oh, here's 3 videos to help my argument. That actually destroys their argument because none of the videos actually did it. Trashed Patty Jenkins. A fucking fool. You're a fool, Rocha. Mr. Outlaw. Grow yourself a pair of balls. You're telling everyone else, put your hand down your pants and grab your balls. Grow a pair. That's what you need to do. Get off your knees. Take Daddy Iger's prick out of your mouth and stand up for yourself, moron. Or should I say, yeah, dope. Anyway, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.